Plaintiff John Lima is a licensed bail bond agent, as well as a criminal investigator. And today is the first time he's ever been in court. And it's to sue his own niece. John is suing because he says after he bailed his niece's boyfriend out of jail, they skipped town. Defendants Patrice Lima and her boyfriend Granville Runderson say John is a bootleg bail bondsman who runs a shady business, and he never conducted his business properly. Granville suspects John altered their agreement and is suing for more than they owe, and they're countersuing for harassment.
Start with you.
I am a licensed bail agent for the state of California, have been licensed for the past 14 years, as well as a criminal investigator. And this is the very first time that I've ever had to bring anyone to a civil court to collect a debt. And it just so happened to be, the defendant happens to be my niece, and that's her boyfriend, the other defendant there. Being a bail bondsman, she had called me to bail him out for domestic violence.
No.
All right, hold on. It sounds like she's saying you didn't bail him out. What are you saying?
No, it's not true. I didn't originally call him to bail anybody out.
Okay.
Okay.
How did he find out about it?
Yeah, I called only for information because he has been a...
Go ahead, sir. Just wanted information. Go ahead, sir.
So I proceeded, Your Honor, to, since that was my niece, to go ahead and bail out her boyfriend. I was somewhat reluctant because of the domestic violence charges, as well as his charge for assault with a deadly weapon. I didn't charge it. I only had her to pay $2,000 initially on a 10% bond, which is $50,000. They paid $2,000. And I said, well, if you do everything as agreed, you make all payments, I'll show you some love, and I'll deduct $1,000 because you're my niece. Well, the very first payment was supposed to have been June the 15th. The defendant went to the state of Alabama, which is certainly a breach of contract, because when you're out on bail, that's a negative. And that's when got me really disturbed. Once again, I showed some prudence. Look here, I'm willing to work with you as opposed to surrendering you. He got very smart, told me he wasn't going to pay me anything. And after calling my niece and asked her, what's going on with this here? I've showed you some love. I've bailed out your boyfriend, and there's been no payment on this here.
What did she say?
She became quite adamant. He just doesn't have the money.
Oh, okay. So that was the excuse. We don't have the money.
Don't have the money right
All right.
now.
Let me hear what she says today.
Okay. First of all, my uncle, that's just shady. And no matter
What's shady?
He's just running a shady bail bondsman from the beginning to the end, all the way till now, even with that suit. That's a front right now. That's just for Chicago. That's a Chicago look right now.
What difference does that make?
But anyway, because
no, it's not anyway.
Well,
I want to challenge you on the things that you're saying.
Okay, definitely.
So you be quiet and listen. You know,
listening.
Anyway, and keep talking.
I'm listening.
All right. Now, what does his suit have to do with his business?
I'm just letting you know that he's putting on this persona that with this suit, like, yeah, I've been always putting his credentials out there. I've been a businessman for forever and blah, blah. I understand you've been a businessman, but you're putting on this front right now, and this is not how it took place. He's running a bootleg bail bondsman.
Oh, and you called a bootleg bail bondsman for information on bail?
No, it wasn't information.
You aren't that right.
It wasn't information.
Go ahead, let me give you some advice. In the future, don't call a bootleg businessman for advice.
I didn't
Oh, you never called him? You told me you did.
I said I called him.
Man, be quiet.
Okay.
I know exactly what you told me. I asked why you rolling your eyes at the top of your head. Now I'm going to throw you out. You get out. That's contempt. Now I'll talk to you. Yeah, get out.
Let's
Don't roll your eyes at the top of your head when you're talking to me. It's called contempt. Get out. Did you all call, or did she call regarding getting you out of jail?
Well, he came and see me in jail. I went out and talked with him. He explained to me, and he told me, well, I've did my background check on you. You're a respectable young man. You high praise in the community. That I'm willing to do this. Do you agree upon this? I said yes. I got out at 1 o'clock that following morning. Later on that evening, I met him at Denny's, not an office because he don't have an office. When I got to Denny's, that's when he came with the paperwork, and he didn't ask for my information, didn't ask for none of that. He was basically just going off of his niece and then me. Okay. Once we sat down with that, and
He trusted his niece, who tried to come in here today and talk about him like a dog.
Okay.
Trusted his niece enough to put up thousands of dollars for a boyfriend, and his thanks is to come in here and get degraded about his outfit. Go ahead.
So once I handed him the cash, because that was his main thing, was about the money. Because like the reason why she says the shady bail bondsman, if you even check with him or ask him how many clients he have had in the last year, basically I'm it. Okay, but I'm not here for that.
Does that mean he's shady?
No, once I show you the information
that mean he's short on business.
Yeah, well, the problem where I'm saying is shady is,
and thanks to you, he was able to get a little business this year.
Yes.
Go ahead. And he got you out, right?
Yes, he did, sir.
Yes. I don't understand you or her. Shady business people can't get you out of trouble.
You're right.
By definition, if you're shady, that means you're not running, as she said, a legitimate business. But if he's able to get you out of jail, the judge believed he had a legitimate business.
Okay.
Go ahead. What else you want to tell me about the man who got you out of jail?
Okay. First of all, like he said, with the amount of money that was promised that we had agreed upon, and then as far as him saying that didn't have the money for that or whatever, and about me leaving to go out of state, I talked to him. We discussed even when we sat down in the Denny's when we was conducting business. I explained to him and I told him about, because he knows about I have a security business and also I work for the railroad. So he was asking about, can he come and work for me to do different things with my security business? Because he said with his credentials and all that he can be able to do a lot of different things with me. And I explained to him that I will be leaving to going back south to visit my grandfather. He knew about that and he was like, okay, well, while you're there, I can conduct your business or help you out with your business while you gone, because I can use the extra money.
Okay, fine. How does this get you out of this contract?
Well, the biggest problem was with the contract we had agreed upon, he turned around and tried to get my girlfriend to turn around and lie and make a statement. He texted her and all that to tell her to say that I'm jumping bail, I'm violent towards her and all that, and she refused to do that. So right then was the point where I'm like, why would I pay him for something where he's trying to in turn turn around and go against me or try to lie and have her lie?
You pay him because you owe him? That's why.
And I explained to her, and I had no problem with paying him.
So why are we here?
Because some of this, like I said, once he tried to turn it around and try to get me arrested.
Did you get arrested?
No. Fine.
So why haven't you paid him?
Well, with the promise, if you look on the promise that notice that we agreed upon, this is the copy of it. He changed and altered his. If you look at from his from mine.
Sorry, let's see yours.
It's the original one right there, sir.
So you're saying there should be a difference?
Yes, sir. And that's where the shady part comes in. If you look at
the amount,
yes,
and it should look different. That's what you're telling me? They look absolutely the same. $3,300 for the plaintiff. Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day.
You know, Mathis, I love you tremendously. It was never my desire to bring you to this forum because we're family. But because of the fact that when I bailed this guy out, he didn't pay me my money, I could have had him arrested a long time ago. Was no problem.
I never called him to ask him to bail him out. My only reason for calling him to see, he had access. Being a bail bondsman, he had access to find out what the charges were. I wasn't aware.
It's a family matter. It's sour grapes. I've been in business. I'm licensed by the state of California for a number of years, background in police work.